new super speedway of the North was finally complete, and the NASCAR Modified Tour would take this facility like a storm. It was veteran driver George Kent starting right up front on the inside. Outside of him, defending champion of the Modified Tour, Mighty Mike Stefanik. As the field would go to green, the hotter power beneath the hood of car number 15 would decide who would lead the first lap of the competition. But not far behind was George Kent, and moving it as a factor was car number 8 for Jeff Fuller. The front three cars would string it out just a bit. Then it was Jeff Fuller who'd make a bold, aggressive move to the inside. Mighty Mike Stefanik would run strong in the outside lane, and Jamie the Jet was not far behind with car number 2. As they diced it up in the turns, it was Stefanik who'd take it back once again. Jeff Fuller would have to settle then for position number 2. But not far behind, the Jet was on a roll with Satch Worley, and drafting would start to take its toll for the Modifieds for the very first time. It was the Jet who'd make the inside lane work for him as he moved to the bottom side of the racetrack. The battle was now on for position number 2, and one slip would move George Kent back in as a factor. Mike McLaughlin was also there. He'd take a peek at the inside, nose in, and then move along by. Drafting was now the story, and the Modifieds were looking more like Winston Cup machines as they were setting the pace at aggressive speed. It was Stefanik who was now back to second, but Mike McLaughlin was now moved to the front of the class. His crew was excited in anticipation of another victory, but Mike Stefanik would give him a run for the money. It was a battle of the Mikes, lap after lap, inch by inch, the story was being told. Only one man would set in the winner's circle, and McLaughlin was looking like that man as he had now moved to the front of the class. Jamie the Jet Tomato and Jeff Fuller were battling for the third spot. As they were duking it out, Jeff Fuller was almost in trouble, but he gathered it back nicely, and Satch Worley and the Reds were not far behind. But the battle again was between the two Mikes, as it was Mike McLaughlin who'd be the driving force at the front of the field. Closing laps would tell the story as Mike McLaughlin would set in the winner's circle. A big payday after winning in the Busch Grand Nationals and on the Modified Tour.
I never believed in that magic shoes, but there's something going our way this weekend. I'll tell you, this is unbelievable. This has got to be the best weekend I've ever had in my career. Unbelievable. I just used it to my advantage. Once I got up front, I knew what I had to do, and that was use up the racetrack, and that's what we did.